D.
Hey-o.
Hey, Ben.
Hi, Laura.
Whew.
There's going to be some grabby.
Mako eyes.
As my Trinidadian colleague would say, it's a wash day. It's a wash day.
Has he tried to feed you a sea egg? He fed me a sea egg. Nobody believes me when I tell the sea egg story. They don't seem to understand. They always want to know what it is. And I tell them it's a sea egg.
Like an egg from the sea.
Exactly.
My friend Clint showed up last week out of the blue. Yeah.
Good old Clint.
Good old fucking Clint. Yeah.
Yeah.
BoJack Horseman. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lord knows. There's an exploded brain person right there in the top of the...
Believe it.
I've got a student who is blind.
I'd be taking that Caledonia to work.
Mm-hmm. And then, I see some of my coworkers finish their prep or marking and they're out the door by 2:00 and I'm still there at 4:00
Fuck.
doing all this shit. So, anyhow.
It's a dog's life, man. Pay 10 times
Yeah,
as much, get 1/5 the product.
I was running around trying to get Eddie to poop. This is what happens when you're a teacher.
Yeah, dude, don't go into teaching.
Yeah,
It sounds like it sucks. Every time I hear teachers talk about teaching, it sounds terrible.
Oh my god.
Shall we get to it, gents?
We return to our adventurer's first evening in the center of the Shire of Publica, Isfahan. You've been waiting some minutes for your guide, Link the Link Boy, to meet you in a quiet spot on the dock of the Easy Landing to inform you of possible deeper machinations having to do with the Shire's new governor, an ex-shrike called Finedelis. You grow wary and feel for your money purse, only to find it gone. Orikas, Glib, you have just witnessed a demonstration by the governor's town muscle, an evidently dangerous woman called Clara the Baleful, who before your eyes made example of a man, known only as Rick the Rook, in shocking and spectacular fashion. Clara and her frightening bodyguard, a giant inside black plate mail armor, have just taken their leave. And Glib, you, to your surprise as much as Orikas, have involuntarily turned invisible.
Glib?
Holy shit! I don't know what happened. I mean, something's been going on with me.
Figure it out!
Oh, hey. I have an idea. Look at this. Oh, I'm going to follow that Claire. I'm going to follow her. Glib's going to go down the stairs and try and follow her.
Orcus is going to just look around in bewilderment.
Yeah.
I guess I get another beer?
Yeah, Glib, you go on this tirade and then you make your way down the stairs and out the northernmost door, following Clara, while Orikas is just like trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and then is left alone since your voice stopped. Evidently, he's now by himself, standing in the dark stairway. The barmaids fetch mops and begin to mop up the mess, and Freebrush, the bartender, starts apologizing and ushering his guests out the door.
Orcus is going to wander up to the bar. What the hell was that? Is that normal? I'll take another beer.
As you're leaning against the bar and enjoying your beer, the barmaid is now setting aside Rick the Rook's personal effects on the bar. We travel outside to Glib. You can see Clara on the northern side of the bridge with her bodyguard.
Glib is going to follow at a distance.
They proceed onward towards the public house, and they disappear inside of the rowdy pub. We'll pause there and go to Isfahan. Isfahan, enjoying yourself on the dock of the Easy Landing. Your coin purse has gone missing.
Oh, curses. I should try to retrieve it. Pondering to himself, Isfahan's going to turn on his heel and stride back inside with the aims of looking to see if he can find Maida, the barkeep. He's thinking to interrogate her about where this Link fellow went.
Isfahan, your candid demeanor and your evident humility wins her over.
He's going to stride out with the aims of finding Glib.
Orikas, what's your general mode of action at this point?
Bartender. He worked for the tower, right?
Well, I wouldn't discuss a man's private business like that, but perhaps so.
I'm going to take 10 gold out of my pocket, put them down on the counter, and slide them across to him. How about you just say it was all buried with him?
I'll pretend I didn't hear that, sir. Is there anything else I can be doing for you?
I don't know. Is there anything more I can do for you? And I'm going to put 5 more down.
He leans in conspiratorially now, and as he does so, the coins disappear off the counter, and he says, "Well, might your business have anything to do with the change in leadership around the Shire?"
I gotta keep that real quiet. Just real low here.
Well, we're no friends of the new leadership, nor that hell bitch who came in here and ruined our evening and our festivities. If it'll help your cause, I'll let you take a look at his things.
I'm gonna start rifling through Rick the Rook's stuff there.
In terms of intelligence gathering, Orikas, a notable piece of blood-stained parchment, which indicates that Rick the Rook was answering an invitation to the new governor's manse, an invitation of employment, possible employment. The parchment contains directions on how to reach that mansion.
Oi, guy, where's this here address?
Well, it's about 10 miles out of town, northwest of here. Horse'll get you there in no time. Could be rough travel on foot. All right, Orikas, you have the parchment. Instructions on how to reach the governor's manse. What's next?
I'm gonna wait here for Glib.
Okay. Cool. Clara and her bodyguard have disappeared into the public house.
Glib will follow them inside.
Glib would have to be particularly clumsy to...
Thank God for advantage.
Clara's security is no deadbeat. As he follows her through the door, he turns to latch it deliberately, and you have barely an instant in which you jump and tuck yourself into a ball to fly through the gap as he roughly closes the door right behind him, and you land with a deft tumble inside the public house, unnoticed amongst the still busy throng of burly, heavy-knuckled men. Now we're going to stop back in with Isfahan.
Isfahan's gonna make his way to where he saw Orikas and Glib head off, with the assumption they went to the road horse. So.
You notice immediately upon entering the blood smear on the floor and Orikas leaning against the bar.
Well, it's been something of an evening so far, companion.
What did you do?
Me? I was about to inquire of the exploded man on the floor.
Orikas is gonna look over his shoulder. Oh, that! I didn't do it.
Well, that is a relief. Isfahan, he has an errant thought that, he didn't put it past Orikas to actually have exploded the guy's head.
It could have been Orikas.
It's visibly relieved. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep drinking my beer.
Guy Free Rush interjects.
Are you here for the governor too? I hate that
obviously.
bloody governor.
And he drops a frothing mug in front of you, Isfahan.
I am Isfahan, by the way, Isfahan of Kiral.
Glib, Clara, and her bodyguard disappear up the stairs.
Glib will follow them up the stairs.
They walk down this nice, long, carpeted hallway, illuminated by tallow-burning lamps, papered walls. There is some elegance to this second floor of the public house. With a nod to her companion, Clara and her bodyguard separate, Clara herself using a key to open this door.
I'm going to try and sneak in right behind her.
You do your quick tuck and launch as she steps into what you observe to be the suite, a spacious room with a large velvet-draped bed. She begins
He's hoping for a peep show.
to undress, taking off her gloves, her cloak, kicking off her boots, trailing clothes as she enters a privy and closes the door behind her.
I'm going to quickly case the room.
And during your search, you fail to glean any specific intelligence, Glib.
I'll quietly exit the room. My intention is to go back downstairs, see if that guy who I stole from there is still there, and steal from him again, but this time keeping the coin, and then exit the pub and go back to the roadhouse to meet up with Orikas.
Pardon my spit take.
That's perfect.
All right. So, yes. 18.
The
Yes.
familiar weight of the coin purse is in your hand once more, Glib. And after a quick little trot, you find yourself back in the road horse and sea as you enter Isfahan and Orikas, enjoying a couple of frosty ales on the bar.
Glib is going to come right up behind Isfahan and say, "What ho, traveler?"
Holy shit! Scared the shit out of me. What the?
Perhaps we should step outside.
Glib, have you ascended to some other realm? What is going on? I hear Glib's voice in my head. He told me to go outside.
Glib will start pulling Isfahan's cloak towards the back of the bar. This way.
Well, it seems as though, Glib, you're dragging Isfahan out the door. The two of you find yourselves on the other side of the threshold in the cool night air alone.
Go get Orikas. We gotta talk.
Isfahan
Go
just
on.
kind of like nods slowly and reaches towards where the voice is coming from.
Glib's gonna slap his hand and say, "No time for that. Go get Orikas."
Indeed, Isfahan goes to do so.
Okay, let's sum up here. We came in here. Clara, the sidekick of Finedelis, she came in. Did you tell him about all this, Orikas?
Would this be
yeah?
a buckhead?
Isfahan never
And she was
asked
looking-
about the
Talked about
blood on the
someday.
floor.
She was looking for some
Ah.
rook named Rick the Rook. She made his head fucking explode. So, Orikas, you got lots of intel on who Rick the Rook was and what he was doing here, and knowledge about Clara and Finedelis, right?
Yeah.
What did you learn? Good job. That's important. What else did you learn about Rick the Rook?
He painted the ground nicely. I don't know.
All right. So Orikas did nothing. Okay, except get hammered. But we know the bartender's
I
name.
drank some beer, and I found out that the bartender is a very, very nice man, and he doesn't like the governor.
Companions, would you agree? Should we repair to the easy landing, perhaps to intelligence gather / repay my obvious debt? I would be obliged.
I could do with some libation. And as we walk, I'll tell you about my adventure.
Is the party in agreement to reconvene at the Easy Landing?
Beer? I'm in. Let's go.
Welcome to the easy landing. I had a high opinion of the place when I first arrived, which was somewhat soured by my experience when I stepped out and noticed the purse missing. There's the barkeep to whom I own the gold. If you'll excuse me, Glib, Orikas.
She acknowledges your presence and informs you that she is closing up for the evening, but sees that you are holding a fine lambskin coin purse and are counting out that tasty, clinkety gold.
Well, one more for the road. Companions, we do not necessarily have anywhere to go, and it is getting late. Maida, would the Easy Landing have accommodations for patrons for the overnight, as it were?
Given your honorable bearing, I wouldn't mind inviting you to stay in our modest basement. It's not more than a straw mat, but I can take you in if you've nowhere to go, sir.
Well, the three of us would greatly appreciate it.
3 of you?
This looks like a good place. Pass right out. Orikas is gonna kind of wake up a little bit, blue red. Why is the world upside down? And then he's gonna puke. Oh, it's a job as a mansion.
He said something about a mansion. He must be dreaming grandiose dreams. These dwarves are always thinking big.
Is that where the party's gone, we hit in the hay? You drift off to sleep, and in that damp basement, the party spends a long rest. Hopefully.
Look, someone's got a cone of shame.
Oh no!
It's like it's so hard to concentrate.
Let me really give my throat a good clear here. I'll mute myself.
I feel like that's somebody's got a throat clearing skit.
Like Andy Kaufman-esque.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
She's like, pardon me 1 second.
1 second. I don't want to waste your time. 1 second. 1 second.
I don't know.
Something like that, but a way longer, you know.
Take up 5 minutes. 5 solid minutes of that.
Is Glib still under the table?
No.
Okay, let us begin. The party has passed their first evening in Publica, having contrived to be thrown out of one bar, witnessing the gruesome public murder of a fellow tower operative, getting pickpocketed, and throwing up on the floor of their accommodations. The clearest path ahead seems to lie with the governor's grisly representative, Clara, whose place of rest in the public house was voyeuristically assessed by Glib. Everybody please make a constitution check. Isfahan, professional rook that you are, you wake in the early hours at a professional time. Glib, you notice, is visible and passed out on a barrel. Orikas, you slumber onward, sprawled in the straw with your pool of vomit.
Isfahan's of a mind to just leave the two where they lay since he's up early and head upstairs. And he wants to go outside and take a long look around the town. His primary goal is if he can espy that the link boy anywhere.
You step out onto the deck and observe a cool, clear morning.
Isfahan, nodding appreciatively, is just going to kind of stroll over to that gazebo, and he's just going to finger the pitted stone from Saltzheim. He's just going to kind of work it a bit as he just surveys.
That's a cool stress ball. After about 20 minutes of scenting the cool morning air.
Oh yeah, he's going to sniff too.
Enjoying the dewy smell of the fresh morning, casually stroking the pitted stone. Oh, I'm going to have fun with this one. You observe movement from a window in the second floor of the public house. A familiar silhouette.
Isfahan's kind of interested to get a closer position.
So about 10 minutes pass, and then you observe Clara on a horse, slowly trotting out of the stable and moving towards the wood line in the direction of the deeper woods.
Isfahan doesn't notice any giant black armor-clad knight along with her, does he?
No.
He's of a mind to return to the easy landing and boot awake his buddies.
If this does wake Orikas up, what the? And he's gonna swing out like a straight punch towards. It's probably gonna hit Isfahan in the crotch.
I prefer this.
Of course, it's evil one shot.
I do not believe that meets Isfahan's. Your punch limply whiffs below his ball sack into the hangings of his tunic, but you do come awake.
Why am I covered in vomit?
Good morrow, Orikas.
Did you puke on me?
No.
What's wrong with you? Gotta piss, and then I'm gonna get up and walk upstairs.
Make a dexterity roll at disadvantage, Orikas.
Oh, here we go.
Orikas, you don't make it up the stairs. You get about halfway, slip and fall, and you piss your pants.
Oh. He's gotta do more than just piss.
God damn. Ian.
I got nothing to wipe with.
Let's cut away from Orikas at that particular moment and go back to Isfahan. Isfahan, you follow your intuition and step out the closest door, scenting the air as is your instinct when you...
Orikas is like checking his pockets. Oh yeah, he's gonna pull out the parchment and he's gonna start to wipe with it, and then he's just kind of you're
Is this
gonna
the
see
bloody
like
parchment from dead Bob or whatever?
yeah,
Dead Rick, sorry.
and he's gonna go, wait a minute, and he's going to fall into the river with the parchment
Oh,
covered in shit.
Orikas athletics check.
Oh no!
Jesus
Oh, God.
Christ. You belly flop into the water, Isfahan. You step outside. The smell hits your nose just in time to hear the splash.
He's gonna, after a moment, dejectedly sigh and start stripping off his cloak, stripping off his mail. And he's gonna dive in after Orikas.
Isfahan, your body hits the water. Let's have you make an athletics check. We're going to cut away from the scene there as you slip below the water. You made the mistake of breathing in right as you hit the water. And here we're going to go back to Glib, awakening in the damply moistly damp, barrel-filled basement. Glib awakens. You find yourself alone.
Well, I guess my companions are outside, so Glib will wander out.
You would see a pile of Isfahan's effects, all of his effects, save for his undergarments, in a neat pile on the shore. Some time has passed. You hear raucous struggling and splashing. Isfahan and Orikas, you have managed to struggle your way onto the shore some way down. You each take 6 points of damage, colliding with rocks, swallowing water, maybe a collision with one of the posts of the dock. However you live.
Well, I'm awake now.
Glib will gather up Isfahan's things and try and move towards where he thinks that splashing is coming from. Well, at least he doesn't smell like vomit anymore. Good job washing up there, Orikas. We really appreciate it. What's that in your hand,
Thanks.
Isfahan?
He's blathering, saying it's a clue, but it's completely unreadable.
Orikas, where'd you get this?
Didn't I tell
Oh.
you this last night? I found
told
it in Rick stuff.
You told us nothing. What did
No,
it say?
you-
Well, if I may interject something useful, I was up early. I saw that flame-haired woman was leaving on a horse towards the north earlier into the woods.
I got a farmhouse. I got a farmhouse we can use.
Ismail just stops dead.
Jesus.
What?
Our employer rented it for me.
Ismail just.
It's around here somewhere. I got one.
Let's do the longest head turn to meet Glib's eyes.
It's this way, and he's gonna start walking west.
Perhaps we should move off and make ourselves scarce.
Indeed.
And the party marches off.
Who has furnished you with this hideout?
Patch told me to hang out there a week ago when I was doing my reconnaissance stuff.
Sorry, wait, you did reconnaissance?
Yeah. I gave you my notebook.
You took it back? I haven't read your note. Give me your notebook.
He finds it and throws it at Glib.
At disadvantage,
At disadvantage,
we'll
it could
see
get
if you
worse.
throw the book into your own face, Orikas.
Oh my god!
So you antagonistically throw it at Glib, but you throw it so that it just spins in place, and your follow-through carries your face into the spinning edge of the book, and you take
So-
2 points of damage from the spine of the book, hitting you in the face.
So, like you can see from the book, we got 3 things to do. We gotta look for proof that Finadelis is communicating with tower operatives. Number 2 is we gotta figure out what Finadelis is trying to do. And the third thing, if we have to, kill Finadelis.
The sun is almost at its zenith when the party finally reaches Orikas Cottage, what was once a well-kept farmstead that has since gone into disuse.
So this is it.
You find yourselves in the farmhouse.
Perhaps we can get years on and do a little more investigation to find out where this Finadelis is. And then we can watch him. I could touch myself.
Glib, indeed I noticed.
Yeah. Things are really weird.
There is more information to be had in Publica, for the bar owner himself, Guy, mentioned he is no friend of the governor, and who should not know where the governor lives in any given region?
2, if we can, find this Claire and watch her. And then 3, we need to find this Link and kick his ass at some point.
Indeed.
So you know where Fidelis hangs out.
He's got a house.
Do you know where his house is?
No.
Not much to go on, but
Okay, gents. Well, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much. Awesome sesh, I thought.
Thanks,
great,
guys.
Great role playing.
I'm sorry. That's all I can say.
you're bringing the RP, man. and
That's it,
is
man.
tight.
Yeah, I'm making it.
tight.
It's juicy. It's good stuff. Well, I had a blast tonight, guys. Thanks so much.
It was a lot of fun, guys.
I'll look forward to seeing you all next week, eh?
Yeah.
Likewise, dude. Good sesh. Good
All
sesh.
right. Love you
Have
guys.
a good one, guys.
Take good care.
See ya.